Hello everyone in the EDAP 689 class. This class is a class designed to last just 1 week. It is an asynchronous course, meaning that we will not have a regular meeting time, even though the U-Link seems to suggest that. We will only meet individually. In other words, if you need to sit down with me and to come in using the Collaborate, which I'll show you here in just a second, we can meet anytime you need to meet. Let me show you what I have here first. The first thing I want you to do is to read this. You'll notice it says very clearly right here, without lectures, you'll be teaching yourself to learn. I do have lectures. They are in here in the modules, and I'll show them to you. Notice this is really important down here. This is my text number. Use it. In other words, if you're stumbling, if you need questions answered, if you want to set up a time to have a live synchronous interchange with me, you use this and text me and say, hey Steve, we need to get together. If it's the first time you've ever texted me, please put your name in the text, and that way I'll create a contact that'll be you, so I'll know who it is the next time you reach out to me. We are building what is called a PLN in this class. Let me show you the various pieces here in the course modules. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to build what's called a wiki. We'll be using something called PBWorks, and in the PBWorks we will be putting in a whole plethora of things, mainly because the whole idea of the PLN is to have a landing pad for you to share your learnings, your understandings with your colleagues at your school. Now, some people have asked me in the past, why aren't we doing this with a Google Classroom? Google Classroom doesn't have the horsepower to do the things that we would like to do. We also have looked at using the Google Sites, but the difference between Google Sites and PBWiki is simply this. PBWiki is based upon what we call flat HTML. It's very simple to work within. Google Sites is kind of a weird hodgepodge of Flash. And again, we have problems with Flash on some of our computers, so I go with PBWorks. In this first module, we'll be looking at creating the wiki. I'll show you how to do that. And then I'm going to show you how all these little tools down here that we're going to put into our wiki work. One of the things that we are doing differently is this particular tool called Beyond. I no longer have a paid subscription to Beyond, because I can't use it with kids anymore. They've taken kids out of it. But I can let you use it. You'll be creating a free account, and you'll see how to do that in the video. Or you may use this other tool that is available to kids and is really good, called Make Beliefs Comics. It's pretty darn cool, and it basically lets you create a comic strip. We'll put in a 3D revolver globe so you can see if people have visited your PLN, and a counter that'll actually count how many people have come to it. I will always ask you in each one of these modules to read something, and then in your wiki I'll ask you to reflect upon them. As you can see here, 2 to 4 paragraphs, 6 to 8 well-written sentences. Brevity, people. And then here's what I'm talking about. See, here's the videos that will be in every one of these, and when you click on them, this is basically where the lecture lives. That little trick of the return. Okay, so they all are in here. When you go to the second one, this is where we start putting in the different pieces of your PLN. We'll be putting in a Twitter account. We will talk about Twitter. We'll talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. And then I also show you how to find resources that you can then streamline and make a part of your Twitter account so you don't have to look at the junk. And I will show you then how to take the Twitter that you have created and embed it into your wiki. Are you starting to see a trend here? We create things, we then put them into the wiki so that they're live within the wiki. I don't have to go anywhere. I can see what the information is that's being sent to me. We will take a look at something called RSS, Real Simple Syndication. Real Simple Syndication, you know it as podcast, is a huge, huge deal now. But the amount of professional podcasts that are being put out there for education, it's not like you can't find them. You have to do a little bit of hunting, and down here in this particular video, we go through the process of doing that. Finally, we have one of my favorites. This is Pinterest. Good old Pinterest. I think I've grown more to love Pinterest than just about anything we have. It is a classic curation tool. And what I love about Pinterest is how easy it is to go and find resources and share resources. And there's the video that talks all about Pinterest. And finally, here is your final. And as you can see, it's a very straightforward, simple final. And right here is where we talk about that. Okay? Simple, 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 simple. Alrighty, if you have any questions, there you go. So when we look in the U-Link, it says that we are going to meet on Monday at 8 a.m. No, we're not. That's ridiculous. But what we will do is I will be available. Now, you don't have to be there, but I will be available at 10 a.m. in this course. Let me show you how. When you come into the course, if you click right here where it says 689 Colab Ultra, it starts this screen. You click on where it says EDAP 689. It then pops up with another screen. You click on Join Session. And the first time you do it, it's going to ask you to allow it to set your microphone up. If you want to use a microphone, you don't have to, but it's helpful. And then it'll show you that it's working. See, mine sounds great. I'll say, yes, it's working. Do not worry about setting up your camera, because that's just a bandwidth hog. Click through the tutorial, say later. Go there. And as you can see, right now the room is empty. On Monday, as I said, at 10 a.m., I will be sitting here with the class, and I'll show you what it'll look like. It gets a little weird, so just bear with me. So I come up here and I'll say I want to share an application screen. I'll share this entire screen, and I'll say share. And what it'll do then is it will share the screen, and you see it does this weird kind of mirror reflection thing. You won't see that. That'll go away, and all you'll see is this. You will see the class. Okay, you'll see this. And then this will be running in the background. You can be talking to me. You can be texting me through the text feature that's built in, which is right here. They call it chat. You and I call it text. Okay, and so you basically can sit here and you can put in little messages just like you would in any sort of chat environment. And that's it. But I cannot stress enough that you do not have to be here in synchronous time. The whole point of this course is for you to do it on your time and in your space, knowing that you always have me sitting out here with a phone, a text away from any trouble you might have. And then we can either work it out via text, or we can dive in using the Ultra to figure it out together. There's only 4 of you, so it's not hard. It's not hard to customize this and to whatever your needs might be. All right, that's it. Thank you. I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to helping you do this very easy course.